three people to thing that you guys want to chime in?
Yeah, there's this one thing I want to chime in. I don't get the hate for like Neil Marshall's Hellboy movie.
For what?
Oh,
The new Hellboy
the movie that
Oh,
came out after. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's sci-fi. It's a
Yeah.
B level, or it's B level production is basically everybody's main problem with it.
Mhm.
Hopefully, my camera off or my camera being off will help with or help against the roboting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really talking about not the new one that hasn't come out yet, but the one before that.
Oh, the David Arbor one? People were just pissed off that it
Yeah.
wasn't people were pissed off that it wasn't Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
That's
that's true. And
that's basically all their
Mhm.
yeah, that's basically all their whining was about. They didn't like the fact that it wasn't Ron Perlman. And as much as I like Ron Perlman as an actor, the man, he's a very shitty individual because he likes to write things literally in his shit. So,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much.
I swear to God, Ron Perlman thinks he's still. I swear to God, Ron Perlman, when he puts his videos out, I'm like, dude, you're not Clay from Sons of Anarchy, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how much you try to pretend, you are not Clay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting here, and the thing that's driving me absolutely insane is Iowa's freaking humidity here. I mean, okay, so I do most of my meds in gummy forms because the pills are hard on the stomach conditions. Trying to keep gummy pills from melting or sticking together in Iowa's humidity. It's like sitting here going, yeah, it's all like filled in things to remove moisture and monk fruit powder, and I have to mix it and recanister it and put it through this stuff every few days and things, or it's a mess and I can't get my meds. It's like, can they at least do more effort to put stuff in to keep the moisture out of the canisters if they're going to sell gummy meds to high humidity areas?
I thought that's what the cotton was for.
Can you put them in
That's
the
just for
refrigerator?
packing.
What was that you said, Janet? I said, can you put them in the refrigerator? Not really. They get so hard it's hard to eat. Oh well, okay. So right now I've got them in like these specialized stupid canisters full of monk fruit. It took like forever to do it.
Rosetta, what about getting one of those little small personal fridges that are like have Bud Light or Coca-Cola on them? You could put them in there. They're much more or less cooler, and that might actually be something you could use to cool them down, but not be much colder.
The funny thing is, they're not even that they're hot, because my house I keep very cold. I am absolutely a frigid bitch. Let's go there. I like it fucking cold, okay, bitches? But I mean, it's just like, for fuck's sakes. It's 65 in my house, and I still have to do this shit or it turns into a pile of goo because of moisture. That's pathetic.
Oh my God. If I had it 65 in my house, my wife would be beating the shit out of me with a 2x4. That's why.
Have you tried putting rice in there?
Oh, yeah.
It sticks to the gummies really bad. Okay.
Really?
Like I said, the monk fruit powder is the best thing I've found so far, but it's not exactly cheap.
MD Geek, how much are those fridges?
Those what?
I've got a little Frigidaire thing. It was like about $60 last I think, but
yeah, you can get them anywhere from like $20 to $60. I mean, depending on how big you want it. I mean, we bought a few. Yeah, we were at we had a Christmas time. We were I bought one with me with it was a little Bud Light one so I could put a few tall boys in. And then we got a Coca-Cola one for my son's room. And yeah, I think they were on sale for like $25, and you know, I used it for a few years, and you know, it was nice. And but you know, it would get the beer cold, but not like, you know, ice cold or anything, or like normal refrigerator cold. That's one of the reasons I stopped using it. But it would possibly. Oh, Rosetta. What about something like my daughter has, my youngest has for her makeup, a makeup refrigerator?
I didn't even know those things were a thing. I mean, I have a drink fridge. I have an oversized drink fridge that I use in the bedroom, but I've never heard of one for makeup. But then again, I don't exactly wear makeup very often.
Yeah. No, we got one a few years ago. My daughter wanted one. My youngest daughter wanted one for Christmas. On a side note, I can't wait till her and her girlfriend come back tomorrow. Man, I miss them both. Drives me nuts. Well, for those of you who don't know, my daughter and her girlfriend, they're like completely inseparable, and we are literally co-parenting with their family because we all live 30 miles away from each other. So we all meet in the middle, and we literally swap. So we're literally co-parenting our kids, but it's great. We love it. All the kids are happy, and my daughter apparently is a mama hen to her girlfriend. Because I asked her that flat out. My wife told me that. She said, she goes, Charlene's a mama hen. I go, Charlene, I was told you're a mama hen. She just got this big smile on her face. She goes, yeah, Dad, I am.
Okay, so Hikari, do you got anything you want to chat about?
Not really. I might just, if somebody else brings something up.
Anything of the current topics that we've already talked about?
Well, what do you like to talk about, Hikari?
Well, actually, I don't really do streams like this that often. So, I mean, I stream with people on Sundays, but we end up just playing like Cards Against Humanity and stuff. But I haven't actually done a stream like this with anybody. So I'm not really sure.
Well, that we bullshit a lot about anime and entertainment, but but you're more than welcome to talk about anything you're interested in there.
Oh yeah, even if you want to put your interest in it.
For example, Rosetta does pictures. She goes out and does nature pictures a lot. She's got amazing stuff. She's got her ornery ass fucking cats. Captain
April. Now have their little bed behind
me. Captain April is. Well, I don't know. I generally like listening to him when his wife yells at him.
Which is a lot of the time.
Me too, actually.
Speaking of which, Cap, how is your wife?
Oh, she's sleeping right now. So.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, feel free. This is a comfortable place. Nobody's going to yell. Trust me, if anybody gets out of step, there's plenty of us who are going to go ape shit on the other person. We got.
I'm not really worried about that.
No.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know. You're free to just. Do you like any shows? Got anything you're watching?
If you're slurping, mute your mic.
I was dead. It's done.
I was going to ask you, Hikari, what was the last anime you watched that you hadn't seen before?
Well, when we were on vacation, husband and I were watching Omni-OG on Netflix. It's kind of an anime. That's the last one I haven't seen.
I got friends who sent me for Christmas free accounts to a bunch of different sites, including a full year of access to all of everything on Crunchyroll, all this other stuff. So I've just been watching everything I can get my hands on that I have time to watch. Although, actually, I would recommend if you get a chance, watch Moonlit Fantasy. It's actually hilarious.
I need to finish watching Ninja Scroll. I recently got that movie.
The anime?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was good. So that was only the decade I really was into anime with Akira, Ninja Scroll, and things like that. God, there's so many others. My friend Matt Yarbo was just so into manga, and he was just like showing me these anime movies, and we were renting them from Blockbuster. And yeah, I'm that old. And
aren't we all?
We were just blown away. I loved Ninja Scroll, Appleseed, Akira. Oh shit, what's that one that Scarlett Johansson bastardized?
Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell. Oh my god. Talk about horrible casting. And no offense,
I recently watched the original. I recently watched the original, the anime version. It was actually pretty good. Hey, Storm.
I've watched both.
I didn't think Scarlett did that bad a job.
The remake as much, but I'm sorry.
It was, man, just a bunch of usual weirdos doing a bunch of whining for no reason, just to whine.
No, my whole thing is I haven't seen very much manga go from anime to big screen and work. I did hear there was this manga on Netflix that worked real well, but I don't know what it's called.
Castlevania?
Hello, Ambassador.
Hello, everybody.
No, not Castlevania. No, I'm talking live action. There was some
Yu Yu Hakusho.
like manga. I can't think of the name of it.
Yeah.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Cowboy Bebop.
No, not Cowboy Bebop.
One Piece.
One Piece, thank you.
One Piece the One Piece live action was one of the only ones. There's only like 5 live actions that I believe would be from like anime that are actually good, and One Piece is one of them. I hope they continue that energy with season 2.
I mean,
Yeah, I've heard it's good, but
I thought that the Yu Yu Hakusho one, for compressing its episodes and its story, was decent. However, some of the special effects were just god awful. Dragon of the Darkness Flame, that was just horrifying. It's like if you are bringing out the big gun like that move from that anime, you can't make it look like it's computer generated. You needed to make that. It's called Dragon of the Darkness Flame. Make it look like a shadowy fire freaking dragon. You don't make it look like an electronic black dragon. The story they compressed it, and it wasn't as good. I mean, they had the Dark Tournament in Tarukane's freaking compound, and I'm like, no, you don't go there. No, this is just wickedly bad. I'm like, I was looking forward to this. You had my interest, but you fucked it up.
I guess to me, it's just it goes to video games too. Most of the time, if you try to translate something from manga into live action, it usually does not work well. Just like with most video games, when they do live action movies based on them, they're cringe as all hell. Look at Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter's history with that. Yeah. But the Street Fighter animated movie from the 90s is amazing. I mean, it's some things just don't translate to live action well.
Exactly. The Mortal Kombat 90s movie.
Like Fist of the North Star movie.
Oh my God! Don't mention that Fist of the North Star movie. Oh my God! And by the way, at least that Mortal Kombat we got in the '90s, the first one was at least decent. They tried something. The second one was absolute garbage. But Jesus criminy, you had all this time, story, and tech in this new one, and it's like, okay, you knew we wanted to see Scorpion, and you just
you made him a cameo.
I was like,
yeah.
I was like, I'm like, you have Scorpion and Sub-Zero, the two most popular people in Mortal Kombat.
Minus Raiden and Shang Tsung.
You show them in the beginning, and then it's like, oh my God. Like, I wanted to do a Dr. Phil and be like, what were you thinking? I'll at least give the 90s one up because it was the 90s. At least they were trying to make something good.
Yeah, and they did make something good. It's the only successful Mortal Kombat movie that's ever been done because what was it, 2021 they did one. And the only semi-redeeming part of that was the end fight between Scorpion and Sub-Zero. And
the beginning fight was also good.
Yeah, the beginning fight was good, but between
I only like the beginning and the end. I don't like the middle.
Yeah, I mean, this is literally they should have made it they should have just made it a mini movie or something, and just made it had it like transition to decades later or centuries later, and then Scorpion and Sub-Zero show up in this gym or wherever they fight at the end, and they fight each other, like the whole middle of the movie.
I will say that there are some decent aspects of the 2021, like Cabal's rapid speed, and when he intercepted Liu Kang's fireball. They have good visual parts here and there. However, the movie was just not. It didn't have a good execution.
Yeah,
but here's the thing: when you have, oh, sorry, Ambassador.
Yeah, and then they were going to tease. They were teasing Johnny Cage, and I'm like, you could have had Johnny Cage in this one. You could have had him instead of this dude, Cole. Who the hell's Cole? Why should I care?
Johnny Cage is coming, played by our fucking Éomer from Lord of the Rings.
Carl Urban as Johnny Cage. What?
No, Urban's a big geek.
Don't get me wrong. I like Carl Urban as an actor. He's done some really good stuff. But him as Johnny Cage? No. No.
Isn't he too old?
I'm gonna
do
the weight game.
Can we not just get him signed for a Judge Dredd series like we all want?
Like he wants to,
Yeah, I will watch that, man. Like, Dredd was fucking great.
I still haven't seen the Carl Urban Dredd. I've heard
it's good.
As someone who never really read the comics, but knew about the lore, I have to admit it was fantastic. Yeah. I mean, because it was, it's kind of like the other day with I was talking with some friends. Wow, Mike, he finally saw Godzilla -1, and him, Elihu, and I, and we all said it's fucking amazing. In fact, in my opinion, it's probably the greatest Godzilla movie ever made.
I agree. However, 54 is still a close second.
Yeah. The original one, yeah.
Yeah, the one with Raymond Burr.
I mean,
that's 56.
Well,
yeah.
What was the next one?
56 is the American Raymond Burr version. 54 is the original.
Oh, okay.
I really don't count the American version.
I wouldn't blame you.
Mm-hmm.
But everything about Godzilla -1, I mean, what it do? Only win an Oscar for visual effects. It didn't win an Oscar for best foreign film. That is a fucking crime.
Wow.
Yes.
The Academy is biased against genre films.
Well, of course
That's
they are.
that's why the big shocker was when Lord of the Rings swept, or when Return of the King swept it. That was a big shocker. They
that is true.
Almost never won an award for acting. I think Cliff Robertson won for Charlie, Flowers for Algernon, or Charlie, based on, that was like the only acting Oscar for a science fiction film ever to that point. You'd occasionally get nominated. I think maybe Alec Guinness maybe got nominated for Star Wars, but that's about it. You get a nomination here and there, but otherwise,
you got a nomination. I think only
you get the Geek Awards, but no, it never got anything for the actual quality of the film until Lord of the Rings, and they waited until the third movie before they finally started letting them out,
acknowledging that it was a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Well, I swear.
Pause for a second, everybody. I just want to check in on Ted. Ted, are you there?
He's muted. And he's on.
And his device wasn't connected. Yeah, he unfortunately. All right. So Ted, he said he was having audio problems. So I'm gonna let him know if he comes back. It's like, Ted, yeah, it's not working, bub. Sorry. So
try again.
The thing
he's been
about,
trying several times.
Yeah. The thing about the Godzilla -1 is, as somebody who's been in the military, and this man has so much guilt. And then what I love is how tight the story is, because it starts mainly with him, and the director is smart. He believes his audience is smart, because when I saw the one guy who survived, I'm like, there's a reason this guy survived. I'm like, there's a reason. This is going to come back and be important later. And then the entire supporting cast wraps around him, and we get their lives that are around him and how he does it. And then, there's another foreshadowing moment, and that character comes back. And I was like, yes. And, when they pulled the camera back and it was like they were still talking, I'm like, there's something going on there that they're talking about that we're going to find out at the end. But I mean, it was just when he was having his PTSD, I was in tears.
Yeah, this movie actually did a good job at expressing PTSD. The one thing when I say a lot of people, I mean a lot of people who are Godzilla fans. I'm part of a few Godzilla groups on Facebook. There are a lot of people who are pissed off about the Netflix dub, because the Netflix dub turned Noriko into kind of a spiteful bitch. No offense to her. It's a blatant insult to the work that was Godzilla -1, because it's like, can this war of yours finally be done? I mean, look what the fuck you did to me. And it's like, really? Are you, believe it or not, that ending line was very poignant in the Japanese dub.
I actually saw something about that.
Speak up. What's up?
I said I actually saw something about that.
Oh,
where they changed it.
But yeah.
You continue.
They changed it?
I thought they did. It was changed the dub, and she was like being a bitch about it.
Yeah, because that's what it said. Or I'll have to check to see if they actually changed the American dub, because if they changed it to, or if they changed it to actually mirror the Japanese, that would be a lot better if they could actually re-edit.
I don't actually know.
I find that interesting, because I remember when I saw that, is your war over? And that was kind of a theme that I had seen throughout the movie. So I don't know what you're saying. I'm sorry, Orange Hat.
In the audio American dub, they have, okay, welcome back, Ambassador. And I'll try with Ted again. But before I actually talk about the Godzilla thing, Ted, it seems your audio is kicking you out.
Yeah,
making noise,
unfortunately,
So you,
I'm on my phone instead of my laptop, so it's kind of glitching out on me. But I think if I just mute the audio, that might fix it.
well, if you're in the panel, dude, we kind of want you to talk. But if your audio give you problems, or it's probably better to. I don't like saying this, but to be honest, it might be better for being in the chat, dude. I don't want to say that, but that's the only way to say it.
No problem. I'll just mute it when I'm not talking, and then obviously when I'm talking, I'll turn it on.
Oh yeah.
All right, that works then.
He sounds better.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
Now
I can hear him.
Yeah, we can actually hear him. That's the thing right there. Good.
But yeah, my point, or getting back to Godzilla, in the ending of the Japanese dub, she's asking, "Is your war finally over?" And she's basically happy to see him. She's she still cares for. It shows that she deeply does care for him. However, in the English dub, it's like, can your war finally just be over now? She's complaining. There is a very sharp difference here. And when you have somebody who has gone through the shit that this man has gone through, lost his friends, or kind of failed his country because, well, he didn't kill himself like he was supposed to. He had a crisis of conscience, which in this case is actually the right thing to have in this case. But besides that point, her complaining about it really does take away from the poignancy of the ending of the movie. She's happy that he is back. She recognizes that this man's war has finally ended when he comes in, and she can literally read it off him. Yet in the American dub, the entire importance of that scene is changed, because now she's just complaining. She's like, "Look what the fuck I survived. Can your war finally be done, motherfucker?" And I'm sorry,
Nick, we have
but
reservations. Come on.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Are you out of your mind?
I disagree. I didn't read it that way, but that's me.
Ow.
Because she's basically saying, it's like, can this war of yours finally be done? It's then compared to, is your war finally over? It's not, or there's a very key sharp difference there, man.
Yeah, but I would say that the fact that she told him, "Don't do anything stupid," and then he goes out and does that, I thought it was poignant. She had a right to be angry at him.
Sounds like I'm disconnecting whoever directed the dubbing session. I don't know.
Yeah,
Netflix does the.
Oh my god, that is, Netflix sucks at the dubbing. It's ridiculous.
It's the same people who did the Godzilla trilogy and the Godzilla singular point. These people are hired by Netflix to do these dubs. These are the same freaking voices, and I'm.
Yeah, that's the worst thing when it comes to it, because the worst thing when it comes to Netflix is, okay, I don't mind the dubbing, but I put the stubbing also in, and they can't even get those to line up. That's what pisses me off the fucking most.
Well,
I mean, I watched minus color. Believe it or not, folks, when it comes to Godzilla -1 minus color, the black and white version, everybody's like, "Oh, it's just all they're gonna do is just take away the color." It's like, no, they went in frame by frame and dialed down or dialed up the contrast and res.
They didn't just desaturate it.
They desaturated. They also had no choice but to lower it below 4K. If you get the digital version of Godzilla -1 minus color, you can't get it in 4K UHD. You can only get it in HDX. Where Godzilla -1 in color, you can get the 4K. And it's like, holy crap, man, that's pretty cool. But when I saw it in black and white, I'm looking at it and I'm like, for some reason, this is actually better than a colored version. This is actually something that it's like, if I didn't know, or if it wasn't due to certain cinematography, this movie could easily pass as a 50s movie. There's just certain camera angles that, and certain ways that or steady cam that is very well done, but also betrays the modern sense of it. Where
kind
if
of
you look at the
throwback to the original,
if you look at the 54 version, when they're on boats and stuff, that's a pure steady cam. That betrays the 50s version. That lets you know that's an older version, because you can't do steady cam on water, folks. I hate to break it to you, you just can't.
Yeah.
Where you have the -1, and you can actually see the people who are operating the cameras are on the water, and their camera is going up and down, and it's unsteady for a little bit too. MB.
Oh, I was gonna say, one of the things I absolutely loved about this movie was I found that the way they were gonna try and trap Godzilla, and that the scientists going through, I'm literally like, okay, I don't know anything about this, but it sounds believable. I mean, this sounds better than what I've seen in the American versions.
Well, they used real science in this.
Yeah.
They used real science in this instead of creating an oxygen destroyer. There's no such thing as an oxygen destroyer, folks. As much as we love the oxygen destroyer in the Godzilla community, there's no such thing as an oxygen destroyer. Where in this, they actually used real freaking science with the Freon and the pressurization and whatnot to actually fight Godzilla. And it turned out pretty decent. And it's like, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, it was drop him down and the pressure and the weight, and then contingency, pull him back up. Guys, I mean, I know how buoyance works. I know how your lungs, if you go up too fast and stuff, they'll explode. You know, I'm familiar with this stuff being in the Marines. So it was a good plan. I was like, holy shit, this is a good plan.
It's amazing what a country that is literally down on itself, downtrodden, had the shit kicked out of them. It's amazing what they will do to survive a threat like Godzilla and whatnot. That's just, I mean, it's like, maybe we should try taking a little example out of this movie. It's like, look, we're getting shit on by our own fucking government. Maybe we should start treating the government like Godzilla. Now, folks, to clarify, I'm not calling for an armed revolution. I'm not calling for that.
I think Orange Hat, that was kind of one thing that I heard pop up, was that, you know, this being a Japanese movie, they could have easily trashed America, and they ended up trashing what their government did to the former government did to them when they were the empire. So it's kind of like,
there was fear. There was fear that they were going to shit on America. There was genuine fear, or viewers were afraid that, because they knew that there was an American presence in the film, they were afraid that the Japanese were going to portray America as villainous.
Well, Godzilla himself has always been viewed as an analogy for America. Big, lumbering, nuclear-powered monster.
Yeah, but I like how they did it.
Movie,
Yeah, but I like how they did it, where you saw the first time you saw Godzilla, and I was like, holy shit, they're just bringing him right out of the box. And then you see that small, fast, agile Godzilla, and he's still scary as fuck. And then after you have the hydrogen bomb drop, and he got, and this is one thing I loved about it, was when he got big.
It was Bikini Atoll. That it wasn't a hydrogen bomb. That was a nuke. That was a standard nuke. That wasn't a hydrogen bomb.
Okay, I thought it was Hydra. Anyway, sorry about that.
Bikini was a bunch of
He
nukes,
was-
actually.
But when he got bigger, he got bulkier, he got slower. Yeah, he was more powerful, but I mean, my God, it was just seeing how slow he was going. I was like, now that's the Godzilla I know, not this fast moving Godzilla I see in the Americans. I mean,
No, even
I mean, I
Toho
do
disavowed that one. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
Toho disavowed the 90s Zilla.
Yeah.
We're going to call it
Mhm.
Zilla for
Yeah.
differentiation. They
Yeah.
bought the
Yeah.
rights only
The
to
giant iguana.
straight up fucking
Yeah.
murder him.
yeah. And
And here's the
as
thing.
much as I love that movie, yeah, I was kind of glad
No.
that they did that.
Final Wars, the people who were, or one of the guys who was involved with Final Wars, when it came to that whole thing, that speculation, they actually came out and said, he's like, yeah, we didn't buy the rights straight up to kill him. We just wanted the monster because we wanted a bunch of different monsters. We just didn't have enough that we wanted to put in. So we did buy the rights to the Zilla to make it to try to make it a foil against Godzilla, because you do see it in Final Wars more than just that fight between Godzilla. You see it wreaking havoc in other parts of the movie. And but when I love when it goes up against Godzilla, it's like SWAT, blast, dead. It's like, yeah, fuck right off. I mean, it was beautiful to watch. And also, they gave it such bad CGI. I mean, they could have touched up the CGI for that Godzilla or for Zilla, but they didn't. They purposefully kept it downgraded. So it's like, oh my God, you guys are. You say you didn't buy it for a hate boner to murder or for a hate murder scene, but I'm guessing there was a little bit of resentment there.
I can't say I blame them.
I don't blame him one bit. I mean, as much as I like Roland Emmerich, the man didn't do a good Godzilla movie. He did a good kaiju film, not a good Godzilla movie.
No, I think that maybe at ILM there was because remember the ad for the big size does matter. Well, someone did a mock-up and the poster at ILM said plot does matter. So, in the same font,
Captain.
Holy shit!
They kind of got in trouble for that when
was
when
good.
that picture of that leaked out. Okay, sure.
Hello there. Low spec Linux laptop. Oh, okay, yeah, that works.
I actually was trying to get a Linux laptop one time.
Yeah, speaking of computers, I got something really cool to show. My friend Anna gave me these.
Nice.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, Andy, you're enabling him, you know.
How am I enabling him?
We got 109 people watching right now.
Hey,
That's something.
there is nothing wrong with a little Grand Theft Murder chaos.
Vehicular homicide's always
Anarchy.
nice.
Hey, you know.
Hold on
if
one
you
second,
can't
folks.
go-
Janet,
Yeah.
1 second, folks. Janet, are you good to stay on, or do you want to?
Well, my eyes are just so itchy. I just have to keep stopping and putting eye drops in, but they just won't stop itching. Sorry,
do you want to dip, or do you want to stay?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna step down, but thank you for inviting me, and I'll try next Monday to make sure I take my allergy pill earlier. Give it a chance to kick in good.
All right.
But it was nice meeting everybody. And,
Hey, Janet, nice to see you again.
All right.
yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah,
It's been a while, but my
everyone-
Mondays used to be busy. So if Orange Hat's going to start doing this, it'd be fun. to
I
sit
like
down.
your little background there. Is that real
It's a curtain, one of those curved shower rods I got hanging from the ceiling, and I got some black curtains, and these are those lights that I can use
really?
with my phone.
I like that.
And it's got like bubbles and other designs that you can use, or solid colors. So
You know, I should show that when my daughter and her
Socialism
girlfriend get
sucks.
back
Yes, it
tomorrow.
does.
I'm gonna have to show her this because I guarantee you she's gonna want that in her room.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
You can use your phone to activate them.
Yeah, my so like
All right.
my daughter has in her room. Think of a poison ivy thing. She has like all these little garden-like
Yeah, you
things.
can change the colors. Let me see if I can. Let me show you real quick. They're called Groovy, Govee, and you can do different stuff with it. So I'm opening the app. Hold on 1 second. Sorry,
my
Orange Hat.
daughter- I know my daughter.
See,
would
like
just-
It's
this?
okay. No. You show it.
See little
Show off.
bubbles?
Oh my goodness.
And you can do solid colors like this. Hold on.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
I can dig it.
See?
Nice.
Nice.
Can you get them in different sizes?
Different what?
Different sizes.
Sizes.
I don't know. These are like the little tiny LEDs. And you just hang them like a curtain rod.
Oh,
You know,
interesting.
up at top, I got little curtain rod hooks.
So it's adjustable.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
like the meteor shower since I'm Janet from another planet.
There you go.
Yes.
But
I think
yeah,
mine-
it's really easy. And then, you know,
Yeah.
because and the curtain hides all your, you know, junk from behind, you know, whatever you're doing.
That is really beautiful.
So it works really good.
Yeah, it's
I'm
really
sorry,
beautiful.
guys. My eyes are just so itchy and they're
Take care,
starting to
sweetie.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
because
If
I
you
live
gotta
in
go, you gotta
go.
Hillbillyville with bad allergies, so it really sucks.
You
Yeah,
take
but
care,
you-
sweetie.
You guys have a
Nice.
great
Later.
evening.
Yep.
Nice job.
You have a great night.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Toodles.
Bye bye.
Toodles.
Mhm.
And well, I got there we go.
Yeah, like speaking of
Oh,
stuff
hold on,
like
let me
that,
get rid
like,
of,
I
the-
have all these.
Sorry.
I have all these posters on my wall. Yeah, poster of the Venture Brothers. Yeah, poster of Smallville. A late friend gave to me. And,
Oh, you have Smallville?
Uh,
I got
Dude, Smallville.
yeah.
Have you been watching their Talkville podcast?
You said
Oh,
you got
yeah, man.
Smallville poster?
Michael Rosenbaum
I
and
got
Tom
quite-
Wellinger are doing a Smallville
Yeah.
podcast.
I heard about that.
It's actually
Yeah,
pretty
I
good. I
saw
like it.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
I
bummed
got
about
acquainted
it.
with the show because
on where he was at. This is
yeah, like my
personal favorites.
sorry,
is
what?
that?
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. He showed me
Yeah.
that the other night on my
Oh
stream.
yeah, I have that movie. It's a good
Actually,
movie.
I downloaded actually I got it from Walmart the other day. And I
Yeah.
have it as a curtain. I have a Killer Clowns curtain I bought at the mall. I have a vanity decal of Killer Clowns, and I finally bought a controller for my computer to play games on because I wanted to buy and download the Killer Clowns from Outer Space game, and I downloaded it today. So I
need
might
to
be a
get
little.
that.
I'm such a geek.
All right.
You're such a geek.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Dimby, you hush.
like I
Have you
I
all
even
seen?
got like it's an Alf.
Dude,
It's
you just
freaking Alf.
Alf.
Janet forgot to end her streams, so she's back
Whoops.
to end him.
I have a question. How many people know Alf's real name?
Gordon Shumway.
Yeah,